Hello, fellow creatives and lovers of the strange. As an artist myself, I've always been fascinated by the stories that hide behind the canvas, the tales whispered in quiet studios after dark. I've spent years collecting these stories, investigating chilling accounts from artists who've brushed up against the paranormal. Today, I want to share one that has haunted me since I first heard it. We're calling this one The Gallery Below. Hauntings in Forgotten Frames. Our story begins with Alara, a brilliant but reclusive painter who preferred the company of her canvases to people. Her work was her world. One day, a mysterious letter arrived. It contained no return address, only a tarnished, ornate key and a simple, hand-drawn map leading to the long-abandoned city museum. The note was cryptic, promising Air the ultimate inspiration in a private gallery below the main building. Intrigued and suffering from a creative block, Alara decided to investigate. She found the museum just as the map described, a skeletal giant shrouded in ivy. The old key groaned in the lock, opening a side door into a world thick with dust and silence. Following the map, she descended a winding stone staircase into the earth, the air growing cold and heavy. At the bottom, another door awaited. The key fit perfectly. She stepped inside and found herself in a long, narrow gallery. Dozens of paintings lined the stone walls, illuminated by a strange, ethereal light that seemed to emanate from nowhere. The art was magnificent, but unsettling. There were haunting portraits, desolate landscapes, and surreal still lifes. As an artist, Alara was captivated. She decided to use the space as her new studio, feeling a strange pull to the gallery, a sense of belonging she hadn't felt in years. She spent her days there, surrounded by the silent, watchful paintings. But as the days turned into nights, she started noticing things. The portrait of a stern-faced man now seemed to have a faint, almost imperceptible smirk. A stormy seascape she admired now had a tiny, distant ship where there was none before. The changes were subtle, almost maddeningly so. Was it the strange light? Her tired eyes? She started taking photos each night before she left, and her heart pounded when she compared them the next morning. The paintings were alive. Faces appeared in the shadows of trees, landscapes shifted, and the eyes in the portraits, they seemed to follow her. Instead of fear, a morbid curiosity gripped Alara's mind. She felt an overwhelming urge to create, to add her own work to this strange, living collection. She set up her easel in the one empty spot on the wall, a space that felt like it was waiting for her. She began to paint, pouring her very soul onto the canvas. It was the best work of her life. She painted a self-portrait, capturing a wild, almost frantic look in her own eyes. As she applied the final brushstroke, the gallery fell deathly silent. The ethereal glow pulsed, and a low hum vibrated through the stone floor. She looked at her finished painting, and with a jolt of pure terror, saw that the figure on the canvas, her own image, was gone. Only the background remained. A cold draft swept through the room, and she turned to look at the other paintings. From every canvas, trapped faces stared back at her, their painted mouths open in silent screams. They weren't just paintings, they were prisons. She had just painted the final, missing piece. The gallery wasn't just a collection, it was a portal, a trap, and with her creation, she had completed it. A force pulled her towards the empty space on the wall, the very spot her easel stood. She felt herself becoming weightless, her form dissolving like watercolor in the rain. She was being pulled into the collection, destined to become another silent, forgotten frame in the gallery below. Her last sight was of the other canvases, where the trapped souls watched, their expressions a mix of sorrow and a terrifying, eternal welcome. Thank you for listening to this chilling tale. What do you think happened to Alara? Does her spirit still reside in that hidden gallery? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy stories from the intersection of art and the unknown, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more haunted histories. Stay creative and stay safe.